Great to welcome Mark Jackson, brand new Combe Family Vice President for Athletics and Recreation here at Northwestern. This has happened quickly. I'm sure your head has to be spinning a little bit.
It's been a whirlwind, yeah, for sure. To think from Wednesday night I was in New York City, Thursday in Philly, Friday here in Evanston. Got to connect the family. We have children in college and high school, and they all gathered here in Evanston. Had an unbelievable weekend, an undefeated weekend for the Wildcats here at home, and to wrap it up here with you today, it's been nothing but warm and welcoming, and like I said, a little bit chaotic and a whirlwind, but so many great people that have been around and guided me and taught me, and we got a lot more work to do there, but we're off to a great start.
I had a chance to meet you Saturday before the football game, and so you got your first look at Northwestern Medicine Field and Martin Stadium. What was that like for you?
Unlike anything I have ever seen in sports, period, collegiately, professionally, internationally. And there were a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people to thank across campus that made that happen in a short period of time. But to have a picture-perfect day carved into the lakeside, you talk about a fan experience. This is something everybody should come out and check out. It is a big deal. And like I said, there's nothing like it. Our players felt it to sell it out top to bottom. And to have that picturesque setting and then to end it with a victory was just a special day.
Mark, what was your impression of Northwestern from a distance?
Yeah, this is a place I've paid attention to, as have a lot of people for a long time, right? You talk about a world-class academic profile, world-class city of Chicago, elite donors and alumni that are influential and global and worldwide, a caliber of head coaches unlike anywhere else in the country. There's so many unique things to this place that you can't help but admire it from afar. And then to get the opportunity to come into this position, it's a huge responsibility, but one that I know I'm going to get a lot of help with just because of the caliber of people that are around.
Well, you had a great job with a great institution at Villanova University. What appealed to you about this?
The elite academic sort of private model was appealing to me, and the balance of mission, I think, and where athletics fits in that role. I wouldn't say exactly similar, but there are similarities between Villanova and Northwestern. But it boils down to people, and I've known a lot of these coaches and administrators around here for a while. Like I said, I've paid attention to it, and the more that I went through the interview process and got to know it a little bit more intimately, the more I felt like my leadership philosophy and my ideals aligned with what President Schill wants to do. And I think collectively we're going to come together and do some great things.
You have a very varied background. You began as a football coaching assistant with the New England Patriots. Was coaching football your goal at the time? Yeah,
I was trying to figure myself out. We just met with our all-staff, and I kind of gave them my journey. I always wanted sports, Dave, and I'm a sports nut like you. And this is your 35th home opener for Northwestern football. You've been around it a long time, and probably like you, it's just something that I loved. I didn't want like a real job. I wanted to work in sports, and early on I got to be in with the New England Patriots when the Crafts just bought the team, and I was around Coach Parcells and Coach Carroll and Coach Belichick, and I thought I wanted to coach, and it was that last year with Coach Belichick that kind of hit me between the eyes that I thought, maybe this isn't for me. But yeah, early on, I had some great influences that were pointing towards coaching, but then quickly shifted into administration.
It doesn't mean you're going to draw plays for Coach Braun or anything.
No, absolutely not. My job's to let the coaches coach and get everything else out of their way. Yeah.
I'm sure you're looking forward to transitioning into the new Ryan Field in 2 years.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, it was the first meeting that I held when I got here was with Pat Ryan Jr. and we had a chance to dive into the plans and had done some homework and research going into it with people that were associated with the project. And it will be the most unique and exciting stadium in college football. There's no doubt about it. It's going to benefit the Evanston community. It's going to benefit the greater Chicago community. It's certainly going to benefit Northwestern, our athletic department, and more specifically our football program. It's a reimagined fan experience for every Wildcat fan. And I can't wait to go through this process. We have a lot of work to do. We need people to get behind this project and to support it, to make it a reality. We have some work to do, but it starts now.
Tell us a little bit about your family. You mentioned you got them all together over the weekend, but where are they, and what role do they play in your career?
Yeah, everything. And fortunate, again, to have them here this weekend, and they fell in love with it. They loved wearing the purple. This was very much, Dave, a family decision. So the kids are all almost adults, so they all have input, and we were all collectively aligned that this is where we want to be. So my wife Tricia and I, we have 4 children. Grace is our oldest. She's doing her COVID year. She's our athlete. She just graduated from Princeton in May, and she's doing her COVID year at, I hate to say it around here because I get in trouble, but the University of North Carolina, and she's playing softball down there. The field hockey team booed me when I said that. And then our daughter Hannah is a senior at UVA. We have a son, Kevin, who's a sophomore at Villanova, and then Sean is a junior in high school back in right outside of Philly.
What's your first priority in terms of connecting with fans and alumni, not just in Chicagoland, but nationally, because this is, after all, a national university?
It is just the outreach and connection, right? And that started right away from Wednesday night, really, all the way through today. Jesse Marks, who's on our team, has dialed me up with donors. Pat Goss has been unbelievable through this entire process. He and I spent the weekend together meeting Wildcat after Wildcat, and I love fundraising. I love finding ways to connect to people, bringing people back. So we're going to take a very aggressive approach to getting out there and meeting as many people as we can. I have a lot of listening and learning to do, obviously, but at the same time, we're going to be pretty aggressive about getting out on the road, meeting people. And it's not all about fundraising either. It's about people's networks and ideas and thoughts. We're in this exciting time, in college athletics, and we're going to embrace that. But there are so many smart people, innovative mindsets from alumni that might have an approach that we want to cater to, right, as it relates to generating revenue or marketing or branding. And so those conversations are important to just beyond fundraising.
So if one of the teams is playing, say, out on the West Coast, we might find you there meeting with fans?
Yeah, you might find me there. Certainly, like in January, February, you might find me there a lot. No, yeah, I am. I'm ready to hit the road. We have some great road trips coming up with football and beyond. So once I get settled, I have about another week left to kind of button up some things back in Philly. But September 16th, I plan to hit the ground running with our team here.
Northwestern has always prided itself on being able to be the best in academics and athletics. In this new era in college athletics, can you still strike that balance?
I think so, absolutely. I think that's our greatest strength. It's the value of the Northwestern degree that lasts a lifetime. We're going to recruit maybe a different kind of student athlete here, but one that's coming here not just for money, not just for this transient opportunity to come in and come out. We want kids that want to graduate and be a part of Northwestern for the rest of their lives. And every student athlete that I've talked to thus far, whether it's a transfer or whether it's somebody who's been here 5 years, I haven't met one that doesn't understand the value of that degree and the way it can help them for the rest of their lives. So yeah, I think we're at an advantage, and that's going to be our mindset, is we're not only going to survive what's coming, we're going to thrive in it.
I'm sure this is a question you faced in your previous position, but now that we're in this new era with the changing landscape and an 18-member Big Ten and the transfer portal and NIL, what would you say to your fans who are concerned that some of the things that endeared them to college athletics, maybe these things are detracting from it?
Yeah, it's a good question, and there are concerns. But again, I think the way Northwestern is built and the people that make up, from President Schill to our Board of Trustees to the leadership in the department and beyond, I think we have to be very honest with what's coming. But there isn't anything that we can't overcome or build or create that is going to allow us to take any steps backwards. We may not grow as quickly as everybody else, but we're going to do it in a unique way that has alignment. We can't stray from mission. We're not going to try to be something that we're not, but we're going to lean on the things we're really good at. Like I mentioned, academic profile. The city of Chicago, one of the most beautiful, idyllic campuses in all the world. We got a new football stadium that's a game changer, right? All those things are uniquely Northwestern that give us a chance. Not to mention, like I said, some of the best head coaches in the world.
So you've been in this position now for 48 hours. What's your itinerary look like for the next week or so?
Yeah, just stay connected to our coaches and our leadership team to the best way I can. I do have some travel back to Philly. We have Big Ten meetings coming up. Those are on the agenda. We have some travel associated with the new stadium and going to check some things out. So I'm really following Pat's lead. Pat has been a wonderful, wonderful friend from my arrival here and continues to guide me. This is Pat Goss I'm talking about because he's been in the weeds the last couple months here. So kind of doing what he's telling me to do and get me to where I need to go. And Pat, along with many others, have been wonderful.
We appreciate you taking some time to do this.
My pleasure.
What's your message in closing here? What's your message to Wildcat fans around the country?
First of all, the doors are always open. I have a lot of listening, engagement to do. No idea is a bad idea. I'll take the criticism. I'll take whatever's coming at us, but I want to hear from the Wildcats, and whether that's hearing it here in Evanston or getting on the road to meet with people. I can't wait to interact and to learn and then act. And sort of in that order. So doors are always open. We want to have as many Wildcats as we can around.
All right. Now, how many purple ties do you have?
I'm at the end of the road. I think I have 5, and so yeah, I've had to wear 4 out of the 5 days. But I'll go back and reload. I'll go back. It's a popular color at Macy's this spring. Yeah.
Mark, thank you for the time.
All right. Thank you, Dick.
Welcome aboard.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Mark Jackson.
Thank you.